Year 10 homework review. This is the good stuff to start with that is going on in the work. If I haven't chosen your work, I do apologise. I've just sort of opened a selection of books and found some stuff that I like. In a minute, at the end of this, I will talk to you about worauf and darauf. What I liked about this piece of work is that this person has tried to say, I have a desk where I do my homework or on which I do my homework. And in the corner there is a small table and on it is a lamp, and I quite like that. The other thing that I like here in this piece of work was I do homework so we've got here a soll das. It is a kicker, and this person has kicked, just got the wrong verb. He's forgotten that bekommen means get or receive. And I also like what follows next. We've got a reference to my brother. Lots of you did this actually, you used a third person. But we've got here, my brother doesn't do much work because he's a little bit too young. Okay, and then an imperfect modal there at the end. Works well. On this next piece of work, what I quite liked about this, I mean, a lot of work had gone in here to make it quite a difficult piece of work, but what I liked was the fact that it's got yesterday I had to load the dishwasher, then later I had to empty it. So we've got a kind of a sequencing word here, which I really quite like. On this next piece, I really like the fact that this person had tried to use either or, so you could definitely add that to your sort of directory of stuff to say, either or. So my room is either cream colours or dark grey colours, not sure about the creamer here, but anyway. Although my door is white, I quite like the fact that we've used although. Again, your own vocab research. My walls are empty, although my desk is, spelling there actually, my desk is a bit untidy. Again, what I liked on this third piece here is, for example, my carpet is blue and my curtains are purple, like my walls. Okay, so rather than saying, and my walls are purple, we've got like my walls. I also like the fact that this person's using actually what are just normal coordinating conjunctions, which are followed with word order 1. Okay, on this first piece of work here, again, it's actually, I think it was the first part of this particular paragraph. And what I really liked about this was really good summarising sentence to begin with. You know, I think housework's boring, but it's just justified. It's the right thing because my mum and dad are hard-working. And then it follows up with not quite correct, but in general, so another nice adverb. This middle one here, again, I quite like, just simply because of the description, although I hate violet. With this third piece of work, what I really liked is the, if I read it out to you, the walls are pink and one wall is wallpaper, although not quite correct because we're going to get there, but I will soon decorate it for new, and then my walls will be grey. Again, I just thought that was nice effort to include another tense. Okay, this piece of work actually is a very accurate piece of work. I think it demonstrates lots and lots of different things. You've got your word order 2 here, but sometimes I tidy up my room when I want. And okay, it's short and sharp, but it's a subordinating conjunction, it's a modal verb, it works well. My brother washes the washing every day, but now he works. Again, a clever use of more complex vocabulary. Okay, not everybody got this right actually, using an imperfect modal with an infinitive at the end. Let's just highlight that in blue. So you've got your imperfect modal, your infinitive at the end. Again, an opinion, I found it disgusting. Okay, so not a lot of linking, but just some clever manipulation of vocabulary. On this one, what I liked was the summarising statement. we've talked about this a lot, haven't we? Overall, when we're summarising, best thing to use is on the whole. Im Großen und, probably im Ganzen, to be honest. But again, it's there, and that's what I really like. Okay, on this last piece, again, it was just a nice little piece of work, actually. Personally, that's what I like. It's that there. You know, that's an opinion coming. So we know it's an opinion coming. It's something you watch out for in reading and listening exams. It means there's an opinion coming. But again, it's really clever. So my sister has to clean her room, and sometimes she has to vacuum. And then she says, personally, I find it unfair because I have to do more work than my sister. Okay, I haven't quite got the verb in the right place, but it's nearly there. She's too lazy. So I was actually generally quite pleased with the work. If your work isn't there, I'm sorry. I haven't picked on you. It's just I quickly sort of flicked and took some pictures of some of the best stuff. So stuff that's going is... Most people referred either to what their brother did or what their sister did, so we referred to others using third-person forms of verbs, and generally verb endings were correct, which I was pleased about. The structures and vocabulary relating to the topic is well used, and where pupils want to develop their own language a bit further, they've looked up the words. It's probably worth, actually, when you do that, making a note of what your new language is so you can recycle it and reuse it again. Opinions are definitely evolving. I feel that, you're using, well, I don't know, I find it good, I find it bad, but, I find it right, I find it just. Linking's definitely coming on. I think an awareness of using obwohl, weil, da, das. Perhaps neglected slightly a word order one-link words like but, aber, denn, which means for or because, oder, or, aber, denn, order, and just und, of course. Some people are making attempts at using another tense, which I'm pleased about, and there is some adverb use. That probably is something we can develop further, but, in general, personally, on the whole, every day, sometimes, all of those später look really good in your work. Some of the things that perhaps we need to work on more. Okay, obviously you've all got feedback on your work, but accuracy of tenses, going to have to watch out for that, please, as we go through the rest of the course the next year. They need to be right. And included in that is the modal verbs with the infinitive. Lots of people are writing ich musste, and they're not putting an infinitive at the end of the sentence. So, for example, ich musste aufräumen mein Schlafzimmer, or ich musste mein Schlafzimmer aufräumen. So it needs to be en at the end of the sentence. Lots of people are using this endlich when they use it, and I can see why you're doing it, because you're describing your bedroom and you want to say, and finally there is a window opposite the door. It's probably not quite the right vocabulary to use. Maybe zuletzt and lastly would be better in that context. This one, quite a few people are getting wrong. Again, it's not a terrible mistake, but what you're doing is you're saying something like, the bed and the window is, rather than the bed and the window are. I think you forget that you're actually mentioning two items, so that's something worth checking. And we saw daneben, didn't we, I think in a text, but darauf, really useful actually. You can Google darauf, worauf, or darunter, under it. Basically, it does mean on it. So if you wanted to say, I have a computer and on it I have lots of books, it would be, ich habe, did I say computer? I have a desk and on it I have lots of books. Ich habe einen Schreibtisch und darauf habe ich viele Bücher. Or, ich habe viele Bücher darauf. So if you put darauf at the beginning, you would use a word order too.